All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is Monday, October 24th, 2022, 9:02 Eastern Standard Time this morning. Futures are green. Thanks for joining me this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're looking at the Bloomberg Terminal. This morning, just getting some headlines coming in. Rishi Sunak, I'm going to mispronounce that name, set to become UK's next prime minister. That just came in. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at the day. Dow futures are up 233 points. I'm just watching the news right now on CNBC above me. The China stocks are down double digits. JD, Alibaba, PDD, they're all down with the Chinese elections. If they even have elections in a communist country, I'm not even sure. But with that being said, China tech stocks tumble. President Xi secures third term. Had some questions about that this morning. If you want a little more detail on it, take a look at our Instagram page. I posted the 5 things to start your day from Bloomberg. I post that every morning. Take a look at that on our Instagram page. Let's get to it. Dow futures up 239 points. NASDAQ up about 0.32. S&P up 0.71. Russell up 0.66. Crude oil is down 1.45% at 83.80 a barrel. Let's go around the horn and kind of chart things as we go. Crude oil, you could see here on our daily chart, 1 year daily, again, still below that yellow line, which was the 2021 November level. Then we dipped in December and then we started rising higher. So again, we're still around that 85 level. Again, between 75, 85, that seems to be that kind of range. We topped a little higher back early in the month around 93.60 a barrel, and then we came back down. So crude oil, even though the dollar is strong, is down slightly. But again, let's take a look at gasoline futures down 1%. Natural gas, I think that natural gas number is wrong. So let me go ahead and remove that because that's been stuck there for a while. Gold futures down 0.22% this morning on a stronger dollar. Silver futures up 0.60%, 19.18 an ounce. Euro dollar 98.36, that's down 27 pips. Dollar yen is up another 132 pips, 149.09. Yesterday was a wild one for the dollar yen. Let's take a look at the hourly and look at this volatility. Hope you had fun yesterday trying to watch this currency pair here. Let's take a look at the pound dollar with that news from England. Pretty much just sideways action since we had that 95-cent drop when yields were bouncing, and we've been kind of stuck here. So I really wouldn't want to trade the pound dollar, even on normal terms, let alone with all the political stuff that's going on in England. Bitcoin futures are up 19,360. Ethereum up 3.5%, 1347. We'll take a look at the dollar here this morning. Oh, dollar. Dollar on the hourly, not much. Again, resistance right around 114 or so. That was rejected on, I believe, Thursday or Friday, excuse me. We still need 110.54. That's the 50-day MA. Right now, we're below the 20-day MA, so that's a good thing to see. Maybe we get that little bit of a fall here to 110.62. Really, the big news here is the 10-year yields coming down a little bit. At least that's helping stocks. We'll take a look here on the terminal and see exactly how the rates are going this morning. Let's take a look at a 10-year on a 3-day basis, and you could see going to the lower end of the chart here around 418. Let's see if we break 415 this morning. A break below 4 would be excellent for a 10-year. How about the 2-year? The 2-year is rather elevated this morning. It is green. 3-day chart you could see did break to the lower end, at least on the average here. It is below 4.5%. That's a level we've been watching. If we could stay below that, that'd be great news as well. Take a look at Bitcoin the past 3 days. We'll take a look at that. Again, a nice spike overnight, and then we kind of faded. Now we're at 19,355. Again, kind of sticking with the same point. We're still stuck on that log chart, if you guys remember. Let's go and take a look at that log chart with Bitcoin. Let's go to my graphs and charts, which I have it saved. We'll go to Bitcoin 1-year trend line. I know I have the Bitcoin, let's see, Bitcoin log. Here we go. This was back when I had adjusted it. And again, you could see based on the log chart, we're still holding on very strong, 19,356. that trend line's holding with all the Armageddon rates are going higher, no mortgages, no one wants to get mortgages. The stock market is down, obviously. Bond market is down, obviously, and yet Bitcoin is still holding. And this is the riskiest of the risk in terms of assets. So again, that's where we are in terms of Bitcoin. Just kind of shows me that we're getting a little bit of resiliency here. Got some news this morning. This is from Morgan Stanley. Mike Wilson, he was the bear calling for the bear market this year. So he's been right on point across the board. He says that we'll see the S&P 500 above 4,000 on expectations of a technical rally. And again, it's something that we've already talked about a couple of days ago, where I said that we're actually at a bottom, that 3,500 is the bottom. Well, actually 3,600 being the 200-day. So far, that call looks pretty good. The only issue is that 3 days is not a market make. We need to get above 38.20, 38.30 for us to break out. All we have done here, guys, is get us back to a level we haven't seen since 2 Thursdays ago. So again, it's nice to see a bounce, don't get me wrong, but those June lows still remain heavy. It's still holding, which is solid, but we need 38.20. How do we get there? We need the dollar to fall. We need yields to continue to fall. So if we get there, 38.25 is your next level. That's what we're looking for in S&P futures. If you're also looking at further down the long line, 39.20, very key level. That's above the 50-day on the S&P. We'll get above the 39.22 level, the 100-day. I think I messed that up on the blog this morning. Let me see if I can let them know. I thought I had it here on the live market blog. It's not the 50, it's the 100. Let me fix that. I put that it was a 50 MA on the blog this morning. Again, we let everyone know YouTube is there. But again, I kind of went over the basics. Again, seasonality, as we know, 38.20 over 38.30 is the break we want. We're really only in range, 3,600 to 3,800 as of right now. You can see that kind of range. The dollar's up today, which is interesting with stocks higher. Seems like we're pricing in Armageddon. We spoke about that this last week. S&P futures, again, still ranging, 38.30. So let's not get too excited as of yet. We still need to get 38.30 before we do anything in terms of adding some risk here. Again, all this could be nice, but again, we could reject back down easily. Let's take a look at the volatility index this morning. Again, 30.15, kind of hanging around 30. Again, I would want to see us settle and close below 30. Again, so we can get above on 38.25 on S&P futures. That's really the question. And let's see if we get our answer this morning. But all around, some good price action at least. We'll see if this is just a full retrace to 38.25 with a rejection, or we actually get a little higher, like Mike Wilson saying from Morgan Stanley. And of course, we do have earnings this week. Nothing in regards to anything big on Monday. Tomorrow morning, we have GM, UPS, Coca-Cola, General Electric, Valero, 3M, JetBlue. We have Raytheon. After the close on Tuesday, we have Microsoft, Alphabet, Enphase, Visa, Chipotle, Spotify, Texas Instruments. Wednesday, we start getting into the more meat of it. Morning, we have Boeing, Waste Management. We also have Bristol Myers, Kraft Heinz, Hilton, Hess, General Dynamics. Again, it's important to see exactly how those EPS estimates have changed with the dollar. Wednesday afternoon, Meta, Ford, Teladoc, ServiceNow, all big. We want to take a look at those. Teladoc being a high beta. Ford, again, consumer discretionary. Meta, can Meta turn it around? That's really the big key. They have been beaten down. The biggest beatdown amongst the mega caps is Meta. So if Meta starts showing a little bit of a turnaround, then we could start talking about, bottom is confirmed, at least in terms of earnings. Shopify, McDonald's, Caterpillar, Southwest Airlines, MasterCard. MasterCard's important. That's consumer spending. McDonald's is another discretionary. Shopify, another big earning, what was that word I'm looking for? High beta name that we want to see if we're getting a turnaround. Caterpillar, that's China. That's more construction spending. The big one on Thursday afternoon, Apple, Amazon. Let's see what Intel does. Maybe Intel, again, the worst performer amongst the semiconductors in a 5-year period, not in short term. Let's see what they're saying in terms of their conference call. Maybe they do some buybacks. Pinterest, again, another high beta name. Apple, we know how important Apple is. How important is Amazon? That's another consumer discretionary. Let's see what they say regarding their October Prime days. If they had some good numbers as well. Let's see what they have forecasted for the holiday season. Apple, of course, we know that their Apple iPhones, I believe the 14, the Apple 14, they had to cut production on the regular models, but the Pro models they're making more of. So again, maybe a step up for these Apple consumers out there. And Friday, Energy focus, ExxonMobil, Chevron, AbbVie, NextEra. I took Chevron's position on Friday. We got the gap fill. Again, I still like energy. It's not like I'm against it, but I took the trade. Let's see if we can get this gap fill. Maybe earnings are a little light. Who knows? If we can get to 145, I can definitely reload there. If we get above 182, maybe I can reload there for a breakout. Let's see what Chevron does. I love it long term. I took some profits just to see if we get that downward gap fill on the daily, maybe to 145, and then I could reload. That's what I'm looking for in terms of Chevron. I still think both are great. I think Exxon is great. Exxon is actually breaking out. Could be possible for a trade. Maybe the 110 calls ahead of earnings. Could be a little juiced, but maybe we get a run up into earnings. Maybe we can get crude oil to start bouncing a little bit if the dollar gets softer. That's what I'm looking for. So XLM looks pretty nice for some trading ahead of their number. Maybe we get a little run up until that earnings call. Let's see where the other, let's see what the questions are. Okay, that's where we are in terms of earnings this afternoon or this week. Let's answer some questions. Good morning, Brando. Is it for you, the BABA and other companies, a buy here? No, not a buy exactly. BABA did gap down. Let's go ahead and chart it together. We'll go to a 3-week chart, and it's just at the bottom of the barrel, just absolutely hammered. Let's go to a longer term chart. We'll go to Alibaba. Alibaba, really, the support is 60. We are now at 64. If you are looking to buy some stocks here, Alibaba, for example, I mean, if you want to go ahead and actually bottom feed this one, give it 3 days. Usually, when you get a big drop or a big stock move, give it 3 days before you do anything. Maybe you'll get to 60. You just have another gap to fill to the upside. Let's see if we break above maybe 67, then you could target the 72 calls if we get that gap filled. There's tons of gaps to fill to the upside. Baba's a tough one. It's a higher risk. Again, if you're willing to hold through the roller coaster, fine. But for everyone else who is not, all about Chinese companies or that kind of turnaround, this may not be the best one to go for. Inverse head and shoulders on SPX. Let's go and take a look at it. Inverse head and shoulders. Yep, I see it. Yep, a little short-term inverse head and shoulders. That should get us back at least to 3,800. We'll gap up there. Not well, pretty close to it. 37.86 should get us to around 3790 or so 3,800. But again, that is heavy resistance, Austin. Let's see if we break it. Again, last thing we want to do is be caught with our pants down trying to go long at resistance. We want to break that resistance first and then see where we go from there. So again, a lot of stuff to unpackage. Again, guys, yields and dollar in focus. We have earnings. Again, are we starting to price in all the bad news? Are we starting to price in Armageddon? You're going to get some kind of relief rally. I still say it's the bottom. Again, I will go swinging with that one, and I'll rock with it. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Every day is a new market. Again, let's get to 38.25, 38.20, 38.30 before we start making any big decisions in terms of buying calls or trading it. Because until then, 38.25 could be a big supply level where we reverse, maybe get back down to those June lows around 36.39. Anything is possible. Watch yields, watch the dollar, watch the volatility index, watch earnings this week. We have a lot to go by. I'm ready to rock. As we are getting into the end of the year, November seasonality is strong. Don't forget. So again, that could be helping the stock market go higher. Have a great rest of your morning, guys. If you like these videos and the explanations, please hit that like button. Again, it takes a second out of your day. Hit that like button if you do like these videos. Appreciate it as always. I will catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Let's make it a great trading day and a great trading week. We had a great trading week last week. Let's continue that momentum. Again, 38.25. That's your alert. That's what we're looking for. Have a great rest of your morning, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.